I think the key to increasing student success and maintaining a program where all students can be successful is in the establishment of high expectations. When you establish and set high expectations, people work and strive to meet those expectations. So it's very important to not only establish the expectations, but then provide the resources and the means necessary for people to be successful in reaching those goals.
Oak Hills was not a district that was born ready, in the sense that those high achievements for all students came naturally. Several years ago, many years ago, it was about individual silos. And I think you had a silo of special education, and that's where students went to address the needs of special ed kids. But we've broken away from that silo of special education is divorced or separate from the general education of all students.
My oldest son, who graduated from Oak Hills last year, was diagnosed in kindergarten with an autism spectrum disability. As a first grader, he was put in a typical classroom and was given a support of like a tutor to help him out. But he was always like in a traditional classroom and able to handle that with the supports that were given.
My son was identified gifted in the second grade. The teachers were excellent at Oak Hills, and just actually were the ones that recognized that he had this ability, and they took him to a higher level.
Our best and our brightest students were not achieving at the abilities at which they could. So then we analyzed what model we were using to deliver our services to our best and our brightest. And we quickly realized that we were completely just pulling them out of the classroom into a resource room, kind of like what we used to do years ago with special education students, and we quickly realized that wasn't working. Our gifted students are in the classroom probably 90 to 95% of the time. They are pulled out sometimes because those students sometimes do have different social and emotional needs that need to be addressed in maybe a one-on-one situation or in a smaller group setting. Not only do they have academic expectations, different academic expectations, but they also have different social and emotional needs that need to be addressed.
It's not only just about their high learning ability, but it's also about their social aspect of things, and that really can control their ability to learn.
We have to ensure that kids receive the proper instruction. Okay, if you want students to be able to read on grade level or do grade level mathematics or grade level science or social studies, then they have to be exposed to the proper instructional levels. One of the things we set out was to create standards-based curriculum, so academic maps, academic calendars for all students. And so our special needs kids, along with all of our other students, were exposed to grade level standards, grade level curriculum, and for those children who go above and beyond that, those students had an opportunity as well.
The things that I think are really high points are the fact that inclusion was, always foremost. High expectations were always set for him. The communication between myself and any staff person was always there. All of the support staff are included in professional development, so they understand issues with certain disabilities of certain children. So then they can understand their quirks or their differences and how to handle that.
We send 15 teachers through what we call our gifted cohort every year. And what those teachers do is they study gifted education through the University of Cincinnati, and we purchase the professional development of that. And then what they do is they then become they have a gifted endorsement at the end of those 24 hours. So they actually add that to their license.
It's awesome to see the progress from where he's been to where he is now. I never felt like I had to fight for that within Oak Hills. I felt like there was already an ear there, and they wanted to help each and every student regardless of what their learning capacity was, whether it be a disability learner to a gifted learner and everything in between.
My son progressed through middle school, probably didn't have speech after like third grade, OT after like second grade, continued through middle school with a pull-out bell where he was like tutored if necessary and given supports. And then as he went into high school, he was given no supports whatsoever. He progressed through high school taking advanced placement classes and is now a freshman in college.
This was not something where we collect data, certain kids didn't get to that benchmark, and we move on. All right, the data should inform instruction, and teachers should change the way they deliver instruction in terms of that formative assessment based on that data. The way we do things around here is that we have high expectations for all of our students, and whether they're special needs or they're gifted or they're typical students, but we need to all work together. Not your kids, they're our kids.
In Oak Hills, it's about a continuum, trying, you know, always looking to get better. Because even if you reach the top of the mountain, there's always a higher mountain to